When I was born, my parents didn't know that I was deaf until I was about 2, and they called my name, and they kept calling my name, but then they got some pans behind me and they clashed them together, and then they sent me to the doctor to do some more testing, and they said, well, he could have a cochlear implant or hearing aids. And my parents divorced. I wasn't interested in wearing the hearing aids because it made me really dizzy and it was uncomfortable. My parents, they were different. My dad knew sign, but not really ASL. It was more like home signs. He would sign things differently than most people. My mom knew even less. She would mostly finger spell words. So I had 2 families, my mom and my dad's family. After I got married in 2004, we had 4 kids. I look at a lot of companies that are afraid to hire deaf people because they look at their weaknesses, but I feel like I can do anything. I can drive, I can do anything that a hearing person can do. I got married, so I did that. Anyway, I applied and I wanted to see how things went, and I was hired. I trained for 3 months and it was tough. And then they hired a professional interpreter. All of a sudden the light went on and I got everything. Every day we have a whiteboard, and on the whiteboard, it's the sign of the day. A lot of people are interested in communicating with me, and that also gives me motivation. And if they want to talk, ask me. Don't ask someone else to ask me. Ask me directly. Go ahead, write it down. During break, come up to me and ask. Or if you see the sign language board, just ask, hey, what's this sign? And I'll show you. Anybody's welcome to interrupt me at any time, and I'll teach you. During break time or lunchtime, ask me. Don't be afraid. I'm happy to help. It's not just for me, it's for everybody. We can communicate in order to improve the culture of US Synthetic. Sometimes, they can't hear my voice or I can't hear their voice, but I'm impressed that they try and sign. And it doesn't even have to be with me. It's 2 other hearing guys talking to each other, but it's so loud, they learn the word hot, and they'll say, hey, this is hot. And they're yelling, right? But they can't hear each other. And I'm like, look, they're learning sign language. And that's a skill that, when things are loud, you can always see. This is a family company, and they're communicating with me like family. And they don't think like, oh, I'm just a deaf guy. How do I communicate with him? Most people, they say, hey, I can communicate with you. And I tell them, you can communicate with me. I have skills. I can write. I can communicate. I use people's ears, and they can use my strengths like feeling, because I'm very sensitive to feeling vibrations. So it's a team. They have skills and I have skills. Hearing people help me and I help them. So we went from there and things have been great.
It's been neat because he feels like he's contributing to our family because for a long time I was the breadwinner and had a part-time job that was however much dollar, it wasn't anything great, but we had always been a Medicaid family, and always, I never had insurance unless I was having a baby, and then they take it away and the baby has it, but I didn't. So even just that, knowing that we're secure on insurance, if anything happened to somebody, that we've got that taken care of because of this job.
I'm really grateful for US Synthetic hiring me. As a deaf person who signs, not a person who's hard of hearing, but a person who's profoundly deaf, to have an opportunity to improve in my own life as well as help US Synthetic improve, I'm grateful for the challenge and I'm up for it. I love working here because I don't feel like I'm being pushed aside. I feel like I'm included in the family. If there's an opportunity to be advanced, I can apply and have an opportunity just like anybody else. And I feel like I'm trusted. I don't feel like it's awkward to have me around. They're curious about me and they are interested in helping me gain those opportunities.